Hello everyone. Today in this class we are going to see damp proofing. Okay. So one of the basic requirements of a building is that it should remain dry or free from moisture traveling through walls, roofs and floors. So dampness is the presence of hygroscopic or gravitational moisture. So this is the definition of dampness. Dampness is nothing but presence of hygroscopic or gravitational moisture in the components of the building. So that will be the dampness in the building. So dampness gives rise to unhygienic condition apart from reduction in strength of structural components of the buildings. So what all are the general causes of dampness in the building? Okay, so coming to the first one, so first one will be the moisture rising up the walls from ground. Okay, so basic first components in our building will be the foundation. Okay, so foundation will is having the direct contact with the ground. Okay, if there may be a chances of water rise in the ground, so that rised water have the effect on that our building. Okay, so moisture rising up the walls from ground. So all the structures are founded on soils and the substructure is embedded into it. Here substructure is our foundation. Okay, means substructure why we are calling it as, because it is embedded in the soil. Okay, so those substructures we are going to call it as a substructure. Okay, so if the soil is pervious, means it is a porous in nature, there may be chances of moisture constantly travels through it. Okay, even in case of impervious soil, lot of soil moistures may be present. It doesn't matter it is a pervious soil or impervious soil. In the pervious soil, the percentage of traveling of moisture will be more compared to the impervious soil. Okay, so this moisture may rise up into the walls and the floor through the capillary action. Capillary action is nothing but upward direction movement of water will take place if groundwater table rises. Okay, so due to this capillary action there may be chances of rising waters or moisture in the components of the building. Okay, groundwater rise will also result in moisture entry in the building through walls and floors. Obviously not only the groundwater not get entry through only the foundation, there may be chances of getting enter groundwater into the buildings by walls and floors, because walls also having the direct contact with the soil and even floor also. Okay, floor after the plinth level, after the plinth finishing we are going to providing the floor, so that plinth components also having the direct contact with the soil. Okay, and next one is the rain travel from wall tops. Okay, so during the rainy season or during the rain, if the wall tops are not properly protected from rain penetration, rain will enter the wall and will travel down. Okay, during the rainy season, so whatever if we are not provided a proper protection to the wall, if open walls are there, so what will happen, if during the rain water will enter into the wall and it will move downward. Okay, and leaking roof will also permit water to enter. Okay, leakage, if any leakages are there in the roof, so that also give the entry of water inside the building. Okay, then rain beating against and external walls, rain beating against and external wall. Okay, heavy showers of rain may beat against the external walls, and if the walls are not properly treated, moisture will enter the wall. Okay, and causing dampness in the interior. Okay, if the rain is coming at a particular direction and that that particular direction, if our wall is projecting, so that whichever the external wall is projecting or opposing that rain, so that wall will causes the dampness due to the beating of rainwater. Okay, and if the balconies and sajjas projections do not have proper outward slope. Okay, water will accumulate on these and could ultimately enter the walls through their junction. Means whatever the openings were have provided in the buildings, so they like sajjas, windows, okay, so those all are have the proper projection or proper slope. Okay, then next one is the condensation. Due to the condensation of atmospheric moisture, water is deposited on the walls, floors and ceilings, so this moisture may cause dampness also. Okay, and next one, some miscellaneous causes also there apart from these four important causes. So poor drainage at the building site. Okay, next, imperfect orientation. Means imperfect orientation is nothing but walls getting less sunlight and heavy showers may remain damp. Okay, then imperfect roof slab, especially in the flat slab, roof slab, there may be chances of accumulation of water. Okay, so in the flat slab, so that accumulated water may get percolated inside the building. Okay, so in especially in flat slab, this dampness problem is major. Then absorption of water from a defective rainwater pipes. Okay, from the defective rainwater pipes also there may be chances of absorption of water, so this also create the dampness in the building. Okay, these are all about the dampness definition and causes of dampness. Next, coming to the effects of dampness. What all are the effects, causes in the dampness? Okay, so in that first one, dampness gives rise to breeding of mosquitoes and create unhealthy living condition due to the moisture present at the particular area. So that particular area, the moisture present area will be a healthy or it's a living condition to the mosquitoes. Okay, and if mosquitoes are present there, means that area will be the unhealthy for the living condition. Okay, and travel of moisture through walls and ceilings may cause unsightly patches. There may be a means travel of water from one in the components of building, it may causes the it may forms the slightly some patches. Okay, structural damage may be causes, and moisture travel may cause softening and crumbling of plasters, especially in lime plaster. Okay, and next one, the wall decoration. The decoration means by using paint or any other decorative material, due to the presence of dampness it may damage, and which very difficult and costly to repair it. Okay, and next one, continuous presence of moisture in the walls may cause efflorescence resulting in disintegration of bricks, stones, tiles, etc. Consequent reduction in strength. Means efflorescence is nothing but white patches will appear on the structures. If the continuous moisture is present in that, due to the reaction of salts present in the materials and due to the weathering condition, there may be a on the structure particular patches will be appear. So that patches are in the form of crystalline white patches. Okay, due to these white patches there may be a chances of disintegration of bricks, stones, tiles, okay, etc. Then this consequent reduction in strength also may happens due to the presence of dampness. Next one, timber fittings. Okay, timber fittings, due to the presence of dampness there may be chances to damage the timber fittings as doors, windows, almaris, wardrobes, etc. Okay, coming in contact with damp walls, so damp floors, etc. get deteriorated because of warping, buckling, dry rotting, etc. These are warping, buckling and dry rotting are the damages caused in the timber due to presence of the moisture content. Okay, next one, for the electrical fitting. Okay, so for electrical fitting get deteriorated, giving rise to leakage of electricity and consequent danger of short circuiting. Okay, so due to presence of dampness there may be chances of occurring short circuiting, and floor covering are damaged. On a damp floor one cannot use floor covering. Okay, so nowadays we are using the floor covering for a aesthetic purpose. So due to the presence of dampness there may be chances of damage of floor covering. Means whatever the other properties there in between the floor and floor covering, it may be damages. Okay, next one, last one is the moisture causes Rusting and corrosion of a metals fittings attached towards walls, floors and ceilings. Okay, if the presence of moisture, this is the basic signs. Due to the presence of moisture, there may be a chances of rusting of metals. Okay, so particularly rusting of metal, reinforcement maybe get corrode or some joining fittings are there. Now while placing the doors, windows, we will use some metals grip. Okay, they may get rusted or they may get corrode due to the presence of dampness. So today we have learned in this video definition of dampness and general causes of dampness. Next, what all are the defects or effects due to the dampness.